Alright, what you're looking at is an empty sink cavity. You have existing plumbing in the back there, which was two copper 1/2-inch water lines with a 2-inch drain. This is coming up from the floor. Typically, in new construction, it'll come through the wall. You'd be using a P trap. In this case, we're going to be using an S trap to install the sink. Up here is the existing. This is the existing cavity. I'm going to caulk all around the perimeter here. I'm going to drop in a new sink. This down here is a cavity for a dishwasher. I'm going to be installing that. Back in the back there is an outlet. And what I've done is I've labeled one side for the dishwasher and one side for the garbage disposal, because up top here there's a switch that's going to be running the garbage disposal. But they're both going to be plugged in, they're not going to be hardwired. Again, down there is the water line for the dishwasher, and then in the two sides, or in the side of the cabinet here, there's a hole drilled here for the waste line, and down there apparently for the electric for the dishwasher, or I'm sorry, for the garbage disposal. This is the new sink I'm going to be putting in. It's already been assembled with the faucet on top, and the two drains have been put in, those drain baskets. Typically when you buy a sink, it doesn't come with any of this. The only thing it comes with is the sink itself. You have to buy the faucet separately, and then you have to buy these two drain baskets. So those have already been inserted in. I'm just going to show you how you drop it in, caulk it, and screw it down. Okay, what you're looking at is the bottom of the sink. What's interesting is the sink is held in with these clamps here. This is pretty standard. And they go in, what's interesting is they're left-handed threads. What you do is, so it's opposite of what a typical screw would be. And the reason being is these fit in the channel underneath there, and when you're underneath, you actually turn it the correct way, which actually would tighten it down. So the reason they do that is so it's not confusing. And again, these slide in to the channels in the sink here. You position them all along here, and then when you drop the sink in, they clamp underneath the cabinet so that the sink holds on. Alright, at this point I'm ready to put the sink in. I've set all these clamps ready to go. Now the next thing I have to do is take, this is clear silicone caulk, and I'm going to go ahead and run a bead around the whole perimeter, hopefully not to make too much of a mess. But this will make it watertight, in addition to what the clamps provide, and this should make for a good surface for the sink to adhere. Alright, my beads run. Now I'm ready to drop in the sink. Hopefully it'll go in without any problems. Okay. At this point now we're ready to fasten these clips. And again, the clips being right here. I'm going to go with the screwdriver, equally space them, and tighten each one of those up. Okay, so the sink's been fastened. Right now we're waiting for this silicone to set up. Probably takes about a good couple hours. Then I'll scrape off this excess. All the clamps underneath have been secured. And so the next step at this point is to install the water lines. In this case, water lines have already been installed in terms of they're coming in this case from a crawl space, and there's a shut-off valve here. And then this is braided flexible plastic tubing. This is a 30-inch line. It's going to go here. Let me turn that light on. It's going to go here, and it's going to go secure up underneath there to the line. So what I'm going to do in this case thread that on there. Tighten it up with a wrench, and then go ahead and secure this up top. So again, the last thing to do is to take your wrench, tighten up the lines. There shouldn't be as much slack as there are on this line, but the problem is I have a 24-inch and Lowe's only had 30-inch line. And these are probably compression fittings in here. So the line needs to be tight. Again, later when I have water, just go ahead and open up the valve. Check for leaks here and also at top.